Welcome, everyone. Thank you for adding in chat. Just keep typing what you feel behavioral economics is. Also, type in chat if you are able to share what your club is, the name of your club, without saying it. Could you show a picture? Could you show a logo? And if so, show us, because I would love to see it. And I brought up one, and that is the blue frog. Can you think of another one? Of my master programs I took, we learned about behavioral economics. And here, it doesn't matter if it's positive or negative, people follow. People will follow you. And in chat, could you guess what percentage it takes for what we call herd behavior? Let's say you have a group. What percentage of that group would need to do something positively or negatively to pressure others to conform? Does anyone have an idea? I see 30, 30, 20. So this is called the bandwagon effect. And the bandwagon effect is when you do something and someone else sees you do it, and they will jump on that bandwagon and join you. 5 to 15% of people can influence the remaining group. This is called herd behavior. Herd behavior. Herd behavior happens all the time on a daily basis. And guess what? We experienced this last Thursday during an open house we were conducting. What we did differently is our last open house, we had all the officers go up front and share their why. Why did they join? Why did they stay? We signed up 3 people. This past open house we had, we asked the last 10 minutes, each guest, we took the guest sign-in sheet, and I called out their name personally, and I asked them to share what they thought of the meeting. And after they answered, I went to the next person. We went across the entire room and asked every single person by name, we used their name, why they were here and what did they think of the meeting. After everyone answered, I asked, raise your hand if you're going to join today. And I was creating herd behavior. It really helped. All these people started raising their hand, and then you could see a guest look at another person, then they would raise their hand. Well, I'm going to join too. Well, I'm going to join too. And we had these first timer ribbons. And if you can give them something tangible, and I passed out a first timer, anyone here today who would like to join, come and get your first timer ribbon, and let's all take a picture together with our first timer ribbons. Then I asked all 7 club officers to open up their cell phones, iPads, and laptops and go into Club Central and line up in front of each of the 7 officers for everyone with the first timer ribbon to go sign up right now. We signed up 12 new members within a few minutes. Herd behavior works. Think of the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge. Practice it. It can work with ALS challenge. It can work with signing up members in a club. Don't forget about your members. When you have a guest, even if it's not an open house, if it's not an in-person, you can create a first-timer badge frame on Zoom, and you can snap a photo and put it in their photo in the frame and then highlight it on the screen and make that guest feel so special. If you have more than one, keep doing it over and over and over, and then ask them at the end of every club meeting, what did you think about the club? Why were you here today? What did you think? And everyone raise their hand if you would like to join today. And watch the herd behavior. Remember, what is that percentage? What does it take to lead? It's 5%. Okay. Now, yes, Pam, you're right. We had a super motivational speaker and this is how we did it. We had a regular meeting. The only thing we didn't do was give evaluations. We had those given to the speakers because we wanted to give some time at the end. We had 2 club speakers, one give an icebreaker and one give a level 1 speech. And our third speaker was a guest speaker who gave a very motivational speech, and it happened to be Pamela McCown. She was there and she watched this whole thing evolve. Pam, have you ever seen an open house sign up 12 people on the spot?
No.
It was a beautiful thing to see.
Awesome. It was
Yes.
fabulous. Yeah.
Right. So engage your officers if you have an in-person event and have all of them ready to sign up. Get that excitement and keep it going. Keep that momentum going and have them open up their electronic devices and sign them up, or have membership applications printed. If it's digital, open up your Zoom screen and type in their information right there on the spot when you're on Zoom. Find a way and work in that herd behavior. Remember, it only takes up 5% and you will see the herd behavior begin. Now, besides ALS challenge and herd behavior, let's go back into behavioral economics, and there's something called the LAVIC. There's a lot of information to cover. I'm going to try to cram in an entire semester in a few minutes. I'm going to go fast. I will share handouts and videos. Just here we go. One of the assignments was working with NASDAQ. I'm sure to make a lot more sense when you watch the video, but I just wanted to share with you, this is called LAVIC, LAVEC. And the first thing that you want to do is a vocabulary, some kind of trigger that your tribe, and your tribe is someone that you would say is your target audience for your club. Okay, we all have our target audience. Something that you could say, a word that would pull in your target audience to join your club or clubs. The second one is A, and that's audio cues, some kind of signature audio. And I'm sure if I played a few audios, you would be able to know right off the bat which company it is. And I know you can think of a few. So think about that. Can you come up with an audio for your club? And just think about that for a minute. How powerful would that be when you create a graphic and you added that audio, a little ding, a little lion roar, something, a frog for blue frog, a little frog chirping, right? That's an extra tone communication, encoding and decoding that you can share to your target audience. So when they hear that frog chirping and say they see blue frog, you can add that. The third one is visual stimuli, symbols, shapes. This is very important. A symbol and a shape is very, very important for your target audience. Why? Because we have a split second, maximum 3 seconds to grab someone's attention, to pull them towards what you're posting on social media or a flyer or anywhere that you're posting your information about your club. The fourth one is experience drivers. And this is normative behavior feedback. This is to close your feedback loop. And you want to create systems. They're called system processes, and I'll show you how to do that. It's very easy to do. You just need to learn it and practice it. Then the final one is practices and policies with purpose, and that's aligning your thoughts and actions, and that's coming all together, making that blue frog chirping, saying a target word, and having that total feedback loop. I'm going to share something with you here.
Perfect.
Yes. Okay, good. You see just this big screen, right?
Yes,
Right.
perfect.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Okay, so there's the sound. There's the wiggle. Okay, this was our entire LAVIC system. We shared with them why we were doing it. This is NASDAQ 2.0 and with our hashtag Dare to Dream Big. And here's the LAVIC, okay? So these are the audios. We wanted something simple, motivational, empowering for the female entrepreneur and try to hit every single item on the LAVIC system, okay? Now, let me keep going. And then we have the big idea, and we created a video.
Entrepreneurs like Kayla never stop
Can you
dreaming
hear
of the
it?
future.
Yes.
Every
Yes.
sleeping and waking minute is dedicated to her business. At NASDAQ, our dream is to support the dreamers turn their dreams into a reality. NASDAQ, Dare to Dream Big.
Okay, and this was a short
Entrepreneurs like
video, and then we show them how you can put it on the phone and upload it to all the social media channels. And this is sharing the new bell sound that they did inherit. This is their new NASDAQ bell sound. And then we wanted to share what it would look like putting this on the Times Square, okay? And guess what? So this was in 2019. And if you go to their website today, guess what they have? Let's see. I'm going to share the screen here. So that was 2019. And here it is. Today's website for NASDAQ says our bold new ambition is to support women, underrepresented minority communities with the resources they need. I am telling you, it works. They are targeting this demographic, and we were able to find that research for them back in 2019, create something using the LAVIC method. It works. And if you watch the video that I will place into chat, you'll learn how to use everything. Now, I wanted to go over, it's 8:26. So I'm going to place in chat all the different actions that you can actually measure in the LAVIC. And I wanted to ask you a brief question. There are 3 elements in behavioral economics, and those are verbal, which are words, nonverbal, which are sounds and visuals, and the third is paralinguistics. And what that is your delivery. And why do I share all of this with you before I asked you the question? I was wanting to see how much you paid attention to what we created for NASDAQ within a few seconds. What percentage do you think verbal is on grabbing your target audience for your brand? Type it in chat. I'm very curious. What percentage of verbal, and remember the video that we made, we did a lot of research. And what percentage do you think is nonverbal? Nonverbal. What percentage is nonverbal? Now, the third of the 3 elements of communication as a system in behavioral economics, what percentage is paralinguistics? And that's your delivery. How do you deliver when you're at your club and you deliver your club aura? How do you deliver your pie to your guests and to your clubs? How do you deliver your pie in your clubs to retain your members and to increase your membership? What percentage is paralinguistics, the delivery of your pie? Here we go. The words that you use in your pie during your club hour or however long it is only 7%. Remember this when you have your members and you want to retain them and guests that you want to make them a new member. 7% is verbal. Nonverbal is 55%. Those are sounds and visuals. What would that sound like at a pie meeting? Clapping, cheering, passing out ribbons, anything like that. Acknowledging levels in a way, acknowledging pathway completions, birthdays, anything that you can deliver in a sound or a visual. Paralinguistics, the way you deliver, that's 38%. Remember that. Number one is nonverbal, which is sounds and visuals. Number two is paralinguistics, your delivery at 38%, and verbal is 7%. Now, I wanted to ask you, I'm going to share the link to behavioral economics in chat right now because we have 1 minute. While I'm doing this, does anyone have questions? Give it your best shot. Any questions? Questions. Okay, I have one final quiz for you. You ready? I'm going to share something here and let's see who can get this right. Ready? Okay. When we are writing something, sharing something about our club, have you ever heard of the Flesch-Kincaid grade level? Raise your hand. Flesch-Kincaid grade level. Raise your hand. Anyone? Flesch-Kincaid grade level. This is when we create something that we want to present who we are as a club. For marketing purposes, what do we need to write in words? Our content. I can tell you so many social media posts that I've read and websites that I've read and flyers that I've read. Read the content. What grade level do you feel is the best grade level to ensure that your content will be read the highest percentage? Put it in chat. What do you think is the grade level that you should write in your content to reach the most percentage? And I'll share my screen with you now. This right here is called the Flesch-Kincaid grade level for marketers, and aim for grade 8 to ensure that your content can be read by 80% of Americans. That would be Harry Potter type words up to here, okay? I will share all of this with you. Let's see, what else did I have here? This is something I added in the invite. 95% of our decisions are made on autopilot, with emotions influencing 70% of our decisions. Remember, ribbons, best evaluator, first timer, make it emotional for them. This is the communication that I had shared earlier. It's 7% verbal, 38% nonverbal, and 55% nonverbal, and paralinguistics is 38%. And then this is just your pie chart here. Does anyone have any questions? Did everyone get the YouTube video I placed in chat? I'll place it again. Watch it. It's 1 hour long. It's the professor that I took my behavioral economics class with at Columbia University in my master's program. His name's Kai Wright. He wrote a book on behavioral economics. He's phenomenal. I can go into more detail. Just ask. And our session is over. I want to ask all of you, anyone come off of mute and let me know what you thought of the program. Did you learn something? If so, what? What's your number one takeaway? Roop.
Hi. Okay.
Tamela.
Tamala.
My
number one takeaway was I love the way that you guys did the what did you call it? I took notes. Let me look at my notes. The herd mentality, where you can get people riled up and get people to join. That was awesome. And when you ask specifically how many people are joining tonight, everybody wants to be a part of something. Oh yeah, me, I'm joining tonight. And so it makes you feel like you're really doing something. So I can see how that will work. We're actually going to be having an open house soon. So I'm going to definitely suggest that to our leadership team. And I'm from West Pearland Toastmasters.
Yay, excellent. Anyone else? What is your number one takeaway tonight? Richard, Robert, Charla, Fatima.
That's one of the reasons why that we're taught in meetings that you applaud anybody who is at the lectern to support in them that they've done a good job. And positive reinforcement like that will keep them coming back week after week.
Excellent. Thank you, Richard. Anyone else? What is your takeaway?
I'll do it.
Okay, Robert.
I learned that I thought it was verbal. I learned that actually nonverbal is how we increase our membership by emailing people and giving people information about the club, which is something we've been doing for a few months now with Boeing. And I learned that that's the most important one.
Excellent. Okay. Yes, Pam, you're right. 55% is nonverbal, and it's visuals. What are visuals? Visuals, sounds, gestures, anything. 55% is nonverbal. Remember that, acknowledgement. Anyone else?
Fantastic job, Elizabeth. I love how we should keep our communication to an 8th grade level to get the most engagement. Fantastic.
Thank you, Charla. Anyone else?
Yeah, I learned that I'm going to be talking to my VP of Education about the certificates that she shows during meetings to see if she can somehow or another figure out how to put a clapping sound with it.
Yes. Excellent. Yes, that's great. So I can share during the speech contest when I created the PowerPoint presentations for the drum rolls, I embedded the drum sound for every first, second, and third place winner. And then at the very end, I added a fireworks show with the sounds of the fireworks. It's real. I don't know if whatever here was there during Division P speech contests, but that's what I did. I had the drum roll, fireworks. It really does help. Why? Because 55% is nonverbal, which includes sounds and visuals. Okay, we have passed our time by 5 minutes. Someone has asked me to email them the YouTube link. I will definitely email it to you. Any other questions or thoughts or takeaways? Thank you for being here. Next week, we are talking about something very important. I really hope you're going to show up. It's going to be called strategic storytelling. And this is a lesson that I learned from a unique person that I did not think I would learn it from, but I can tell you a hint. And it's about telling a story. 1 slide, 20 seconds, 20 slides. Does anyone know what that's called?
No.
Table topics?
Nope.
20 by 20?
Nope. I'm not going to tell you. I'm going to let that marinate, but there is a way to give a story. It's called strategic storytelling. It is the most powerful way to tell a story, and it has something to do with 20 slides, 20 seconds on every slide with no words on the slide. And there is a word for it, and it's powerful. Countries all over the world use this method, and I will teach it next Monday. It's a lot of fun.
Elevator speech, no.
It's a lot of fun. And if you never know, I don't see the name of it yet. So I have a feeling some people might be Googling something soon. Yes, I see some head shaking. That is what I will be teaching next week. It is strategic storytelling in 20 slides. Okay. Good night, everyone. Thank you.
Good night.
Thank
You
you.
asked about
Great
logos.
job, Elizabeth.
Right, thank
Great
you.
job.